There is a specific kind of person who doesn't raise their voice even when the world seems to be falling apart. While everyone else rushes to make sense of the chaos, they just quietly watch, like someone who has already been through this storm before. It's easy to look at that composure and assume they were simply born this way, that they are naturally cold, detached, or perhaps just don't feel things as deeply as the rest of us. But this stillness often hides a history of intense overthinking. Many of these individuals spent years trying to control every variable and please every person, only to find that life rarely bends to that kind of pressure. They eventually reached a point where they realized that panic never speeds up healing, and fighting the uncontrollable only leads to exhaustion. Instead of trying to stop the rain, they learned how to stand still within it. This composure is a deliberate psychological adaptation. It is the result of someone understanding their emotions so deeply that those feelings no longer have the power to dictate their actions. This transformation usually begins when a person gets tired of their own chaos, tired of the constant cycle of overreacting, regretting, and explaining. They reach a point where peace becomes more valuable than being right. Under stress, the amygdala, the brain's fear center, typically hijacks the entire system, demanding an immediate impulsive reaction. In a calm person, the prefrontal cortex has been trained to step in before the emotion takes over. The rational part of the brain learns to balance the fear signal rather than being overwhelmed by it. This creates a mental space known as response flexibility. It is a physical delay between feeling and reacting. That moment of stillness is where wisdom actually lives. Operating within this pause is what allows them to hear something hurtful without striking back, or to sit in uncertainty without needing to fill the silence. Mastering this tiny delay transforms the mind. You stop being a prisoner of your environment and start becoming an intentional architect of your own behavior. This shift also changes how they view adversity. While most people spiral into "why me?", the calm person acknowledges that life happens to everyone. They stop expecting the world to be fair, which removes half of the internal chaos immediately. There is a logical equation at work here. If you experience a negative event and accept the reality of it without fighting it, you are left with a raw sensation. It may be uncomfortable, but it is temporary. But when you resist what is happening, that pain multiplies into suffering. Resistance is the weight keeping the mind trapped in the event long after it has passed. Calm individuals use this logic to build a wall between the unpredictable external world and their internal state. They treat their inner space as sacred, refusing to let external events dictate how they feel. By accepting the natural flow of life rather than resisting it, they achieve a high level of self-control. They find peace not by fixing everything outside, but by learning to rest within themselves. It's a mistake to think these people are invincible. They still experience anger, they still break down, and they still feel doubt. Their strength lies in the speed of their recovery. They recognize emotions as waves rather than walls. They let the energy move through them and then quickly return to stillness. In a world addicted to immediate reactions and constant noise, this level of restraint is a quiet rebellion. Staying composed makes a person incredibly difficult to manipulate. Nothing confuses chaos more than someone who refuses to join it, and that refusal protects their personal energy from being drained by others. Over time, this silence sharpens their perception. They stop just hearing words and start seeing the intentions and wounds behind them. They observe more than they speak, because silence makes it easier to hear what life is trying to say. This state of mind is built in the long nights and difficult conversations, where silence was chosen over reaction. It is a daily, intentional discipline that allows a person to stand within the storm without being swept away by it.